calls. When you enter trade, uh, you give it what we call margin call limit. You can put as many as 9,999, sorry, 999 margin calls. Actually, that means those are 1,000 buys. The robot can buy as many as 1,000 buys. You get the point? The robot can buy up to 1,000 buys. So you can have as many as 999 margin calls in Royal Queue. The question is, what is margin calls? Because when we look at the trade settings, these margin configuration, these are the orders the robot follows to do trade. This is what the robot follows to do trades. You get the point? So this is what the robot follows to do trades. The robot follows these margin configurations you are seeing here to do its trades. To do the trades it has to do. For example, my trade has 20 margin calls. If you make a mistake in these orders, any mistake you make here, it will affect your trades, of course. But any mistake you make, by the way, in case my screen goes off, in case my audio is not audible, someone unmute yourself and tell me. Don't keep quiet, please. So today, let us learn about margin calls. And let me open my blackboard. I think everyone can see my blackboard very well. Especially, you can see my blackboard. You can see it clearly, right? Hmm? You can see it clearly, not so? Thank you so much. So now, let's assume we have entered a trade called XAI stock USDT. This trade has been going up. Uh, then eventually, the trade starts to change and then it goes down. Have you seen this in the marketplace? Have you seen coins going down? So the robot was designed that if my trading capital is $1,000, my robot doesn't put this money at once. It divides this money into margin calls. Those who were with me last week when I was teaching you about trade settings, the formula I gave you was that get your amount of capital, divide it by the number of margin calls. The number of margin calls will determine the first buying amount and also will determine the margin call drop. You remember that training? So now, if I have $1,000, I'm going to divide my money by the number of margin calls. Let's assume our $1,000, we have divided it into 20 margin calls. That means the answer is 50. So this 50 is the first buying amount. So here our first buying amount is 50. So if you have 20 margin calls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 20, the robot is going to be using $50 to buy each margin call. $50. It is going to use the first buying amount you design to keep buying margin calls. Now the question is, what calls? Margin calls, these are levels of drops a coin does. For example, we have been seeing that this XAI has been going up, then eventually it started to go down. So whenever it goes down, the robot will be buying margin calls, depending on the drop you gave it. Let me draw. Let me draw again. Let's assume um we have our XAI. So these are levels. So let's go to our coin. It's called XAI. Let's look at its price. We're going to check its market. Let's check one day before. Look at this coin. This coin one day it was at $0.9. That was in June 2024. In June, this coin was at 0.9, but currently it is at 0.2. That means it has been dropping since then. The coin has been dropping. Are you seeing? So this is a trend, a downtrend. So after dropping, then it started doing what we call the ranging market. Are you seeing the ranging market? Do you have people who have been studying trading? If you've been studying trading, I think you get what I'm talking about. So from June, the market has been going down. The market has been going down. Now, from which month is this? Actually, from August, this coin has been having a ranging market. What is a ranging market? A ranging market, when the market has the same support and resistance levels. When you look at this level, whenever the price low reaches this level, the market goes down. It has done it here and here and here. Whenever the market reaches this point, the market goes up. So whenever the market drops to this level, the market goes down. Now, if I've been having margin calls, that means my robot will be buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling those margin calls. The same number of margin calls. Okay? Of course, it depends on your trading strategy. We're going to look at that. The trading strategy, if you want to enjoy margin calls, is sub in real time. Now, I think you have seen what we call a downtrend. Whenever we have a downtrend, that's when our robot injects in more money and more margin calls in a trade. Atakale buli lwe kagwa, robot lwegula margin calls. You get the point? Whenever the market goes down, the robot keeps buying tokens. Now, our coin was at 0.9, went to 0.8, 0.7, 0.6, 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, 0.4. Currently, it is at 0.2. So whenever the market was going down on any of these levels, what the robot was doing, it was buying, 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 buying. These are what we call margin calls. Now, when your trading mode is sub-bin real-time settlement, sub-bin real-time settlement, just like you see here, just like you look at this trade, okay? Unfortunately, this trade was in all warehouse, but if it is in sub-bin real-time settlement, what happens? The robot will be selling these margin calls independently, starting from the 50th margin call. From the first margin call to the fourth, those are sold at once. They are bought differently, but they are sold at once. Now, from the 50th, okuva ku margin call ey'okutaano, from the 50th margin call to the last margin call, the robot will be selling them independently. Let me give an example. Let's assume it bought the fifth margin call is here, second, third, okay, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth. Then the market changed. From here, the coin was at 0.4, then the market starts to go up eventually. You know what's going to happen? The robot is going to sell this margin call, sell this one, and this one, and this one. Then the market starts to come down again. Then it will keep buying this margin calls. So technically, a margin call means a market drop. Our robot was designed to buy low and sell high. So at a time when the market goes down, the robot buys. When the market goes up, the robot sells. Akale bwe kagwa, robot egula. Bwe kalinnya, robot egula. You get the point? When the market goes down, the robot buys. The market goes up, the robot sells. Makes profit. Are we learning something? Are we learning something? Let me see people who are learning. Give me a thumbs up if you're learning something. Give me a thumbs up if you're learning something. Hey, give me a thumbs up if you're learning something. Wow, 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 wow. People are learning, people are learning. So today, if you have been hearing what margin calls means, is right, margin calls. A margin call means when the market goes down, the robot starts to buy. Depending on the drop. Now let's talk about the drop. Let's assume I have 10 margin calls. And I told my robot, this is margin call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 margin calls. So I told my robot that, okay, I'm trying to draw this line straight. Let's assume I have 10 margin calls and I told my robot that on the first margin call, buy it when the market drops 0.5%. Here, 0.5%, 0.5%, 0.5%, 0.5%. From the sixth margin call, buy them when the market drops 7%, 7%, 7%, 7%, 7%. So when the market goes down, you know what the robot is going to do? When the market goes down, now I'm going to draw a line where the market is dropping. Let me look for a certain color. Let me use orange. Now I'm going to draw when the market is dropping. The market is dropping down. Decrease. So now the market is going down. Are you seeing that orange line? That orange line means the market is dropping. But when the market of a token starts to drop, the robot starts to buy margin calls, injecting money. Was it at 35? Okay. For example, here we told it, buy and injecting $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50. And we told our robot that please, when the market goes down, buy, please don't call me. Joseph Baraka, don't call. Okay? Am I still there? You know, sometimes when someone calls me, the network goes off. Do you hear me, please? Can you hear me? Thank you so much. You can even see my screen. Switch up. So, Kati, let's assume we told our robot to buy it at 50, it puts $50 on every margin call. Then we tell our robot that every margin call, sell it at 1.3%. 1.3%. Usually 1.3% is the default settings, but you can edit it. We give it 2%. Every margin call the robot buys, it is going to, this is a drop. If the market goes down 0.5%, please put $50. And then if the market goes up over that token you have bought at that moment, if it goes up just 1.3%, sell it. How much is 1.3% when the robot has injected $50 times 1.3%? That is $0.6. So that means that the robot will be giving you back $0.6 whenever it sells any margin call. Margin calls is called a cent. So now the winner of margin calls is who? Someone who has more money. Imagine if your margin call, each margin call has $100. Think about it. If every margin call has $100, every margin call here is $10. How much money will you be earning? Are you getting something, leaders? Are you learning? Are we learning something? Ah, so technically, this is what margin call means. There's a lot of calculations, but I want you to just understand them. Okubala okulimu si kungi nnyo. I was not the best in maths at school, but I understood margin calls. If I did, how about you who did pure math in high school? Eh? Some of you did pure math. Not like me. Nagwa math. I did history. If I understood margin calls, how about you? You get the point? So that's how margin calls work. So when we are designing our settings on our board, what we do, go to trade settings, put the amount of margin calls you want. And stop. I usually told you this. When you are designing trade settings, one of these four things must be right. To be in trade settings. Any mistake, you are in trouble. First of all, the first buying amount. The first buying amount must be on track. First buying amount. Second, the number of margin calls. It must be on track. Third, the trade strategy. What is it? Okay? The strategy period. One shot or cycle. That is very effective in your trade. Please stay on one shot. Then, margin configuration. If these things are right, even if the rest you leave them at default settings, the robot will make it. Now, margin configuration, this is where the business is. One way what is saying, if you learn how this works, if you make a mistake and you put here 10, your robot will do otherwise. Will do the opposite. It will do what you didn't plan. So usually make your trade settings, understand the trade settings and how they work, you will be good to go. So those are what we call margin calls. And I advise each and everyone who's here, please trade with the margin calls. Trade with the margin calls, use the opportunity of a market dropping. Get the point? Use that opportunity of market drops. You look here. The coin drops. Many people have been a friend of 1,000 sat. Let's look at 1,000 sat. 1,000 sat has dropped. It was at 0.004. Right now it's at 0.002. That means some of you are having it, you are negative 40% or 30%. So, but you must make sure that you enjoy margin calls. How? Look at this level. Tunulia level. Eh? Let's take a screenshot. I use a screenshot to draw. Look at this level. Are you seeing this level? 1,000 sat came from here up to here. But there is time where it started going up. It will be making for you money. Think about it. If your robot was buying margin calls 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then from the 50 margin call, the market started to go up. That means your robot will be selling. Then the market starts to go down. Your robot will be buying. So at the end of the day, you are enjoying. So you have to be trading with the margin calls all the time, so that you benefit from the market trend. From this day up to date, you will be enjoying that profit. How are you going to do that if you have margin calls? Are we learning something? Are we learning something, leaders? So today, that's what I wanted you to learn. That's wanted to teach you that in just 30 minutes. And I want to see questions. Let me see people who have questions. Uh, okay. Thank you so much, Rona. Rona was teaching me. Put the phone in don't disturb. They won't affect your network. Thank you so much, Rona. Banange, who is Irina, the DPA? What's wrong with the DP? Irina no longer. DP is nice. Maclean, she's in class studying. I want questions. Anyone with a question before we close our training? I want to see people who have questions. Salama Musa. Salamu alaikum. Any questions, please? Stivo, how are you? Anyone with a question before we close? Would you like to ask something about margin calls, about the topic we have covered today before we close our training? Someone is saying everything is clear, and that is kind of some. How comes? Who's hacking my account? How comes I'm the one commenting? Thank you so much, Macklin, for understanding. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for attending the class. Salama is like, I understood everything, sir. You're welcome, champion. Anyone else? Anyone else? Uh, Thank you so much for attending, leaders. See you next time. Have a great day. If you missed this training, you can always go on YouTube and search Royoki Robot Game Changers. Our training is there. See you. Have a great time. See you at the top.